Anybody can tell a sawmill's cutting flat or not cutting flat after the board comes off. An experienced sawmiller can use these cues to tell if they're cutting flat while they're cutting. That's the whole key. Thanks for visiting our sawmill. You really never want to saw with a dull band, but sometimes reality strikes. I can see the band not performing. Little sawdust buildup. Boy, this is still a pretty board. And don't worry, it is still dry like cornmeal, and I'm still cutting smooth. But I'm making my adjustments while I'm sawing. All right, folks, we back again. Wow, did I get some comments, positive comments, very interesting comments on the video that I did about sawing fast. One of the questions that is really cropped up is, yes, okay, you can saw fast with a sharp blade and all that kind of stuff, but at some point that blade's going to get dull. And how do you know when the band is getting dull, and how do you make adjustments to your sawing to compensate for that? And also, at what point do you need to just take it off and put another band on? So I was thinking about that, some of those comments, I was thinking about that comment, and then here we go. I'm on the last log of this whack of rainbow poplar. Big log too, it's 30-incher. You'd really like to have a sharp band. I'm in a situation where I really don't want to change bands. I'm on my last log. The band is dull, but it's not too dull to stop cutting. And I'm going to take you through the thought processes in the change in technique. Do not confuse this with, hey, it's okay to saw with a dull ass band. It ain't. If your band is so dull you need to change, just change the thing. I mean, seriously. But at some point between sharp and too dull to use, there's a spot that you can try to finish what you're doing. And that's exactly where I am on this guy. You can keep sawing with a dulling band as long as you're still producing good lumber. Once it gets to that point, why bother sawing? Just stop. Go to lunch. Walk in the woods, hit yourself in the head with a baseball bat. Don't do that. What I'm talking about is don't saw with a stupid dull band. You're wasting your time. You always hear me talk about you got to listen to your band. You got to listen to the sawmill. You got to listen. There's a lot going on. Unfortunately, one of the issues I've got is I've got so much noise canceling going on with the cameras, the microphones and stuff, so sometimes you guys just can't hear it. I'm going to try to get you to hear it. You're getting a lot of feedback from the sawmill. Don't ignore your sawmill. It's always talking to you. For example, you've heard me talk about the band singing or ringing when you're cutting fast and flat. On this log, you're going to hear me have to get below that speed threshold where it's not going to sing, most likely, be my guess, which means I'm below my optimum speed. When you stop hearing a sing, that means that your sawdust isn't going to be ejected as well as you would like. So that's a quick clue. You're sawing as fast as you can, but now you're getting sawdust. More than you'd like. But underneath of it, and it does blow away, I mean, it's not packed. I'm starting to see a little more teeth chatter because the mill's chattering. Certainly one of the obvious things is I would never run my hand across the teeth of a razor sharp band. So this band is definitely not razor sharp. See, I'm not bleeding. And if you look, certainly you can tell that the teeth tips are getting duller. And that's all fine and dandy when the mill's not running. But what are you going to do when the mill's running? It's actually harder to saw straight flat lumber with a dulling band than it is a sharp band because the band's not wanting to behave the way it's designed. Certainly one of the things we have to look for is the sawdust trail or the rooster tail. As your teeth kind of get a little bit worn, When you're sawing, you like to see a laser beam of sawdust coming out of the side of the cant. And now you notice that the sawdust trail is spreading out, but you're at the same feed rate. Your band is getting dull. In that case, it's not so dull that you're still not hitting maximum speed, but what it is telling you is your tooth tips are wearing down, and now you're not ejecting the sawdust as completely. You're not ejecting it in line with the band. And as long as the rooster tail is centered on the band, you're still cutting straight. Now, if the rooster tail deflects down or deflects up, now you're cutting waves. You better slow down because you just waved on that board. So when you're sawing with a dull band, a dulling band, always watch your rooster tail. Make sure that even though the sawdust fan is opening up, that you're still centered. Anybody can tell a sawmill's cutting flat or not cutting flat after the board comes off. An experienced sawmiller can use these cues to tell if they're cutting flat while they're cutting. That's the whole key. That's kind of like driving and you get in a wreck. Oh, I should have stopped. No, you want to stop before you get to the intersection, or at least slow down. In this case, the rooster tail will tell you if you're sawing too fast with a dull band, okay? So I'm gonna get some video of that. Certainly, the sawmill's gonna tell you it's gonna almost sound dull. Teeth are getting dull, and I swear, and I don't have good ears, I swear you can hear it. It's almost like it's slapping a little bit. Each tooth, it feels like it's struggling, or it sounds like it's struggling. It just sounds dull. I don't know how to describe it. You can hear it though. I'm gonna try to pick that up on the camera. I probably won't be able to, but I'm gonna try. And at the very end of the cut, if your band jumps a little bit, and sometimes you'll even hear like a twang, but the thing that you're really looking for is that when the band exits the cant or the log, it doesn't hop. Crucial. And this is my last log of this rainbow poplar wax. I really don't want to change bands, although the reality is I could have changed bands 37.5 times by now while I've been yakking in this camera. But hey, if I can help you guys out, I can. This will be an interesting shot. I don't know if I've ever taken this exact shot. Way too fast. So that was I pushed it to hopefully see something. I hope the camera picked it up because that was a bad cut. Look at how wide that, wow. So did you see that board just shift? But it was grabbing so hard, it pulled the board sideways. That's the grabbing dull band. Slowing down, speeding up, feeling it. Seeing a little bit of twist, a little bit less grab. Learn from your previous cut. Definitely seeing some sap build up. Hey, but we're done. And then let's just hang her on the hook of honor. She's been a good one. All right. I've probably run into a lot of the headaches you've run into, and that's one of the reasons I make these videos, so that maybe you don't have to go through what I went through. I mean, you can if you want to. So thanks for the comments. Please like, subscribe. Remember, subscribing doesn't cost a dime. All you're doing is telling YouTube that you like watching my videos. I hope you also learn it really doesn't matter what kind of mill you have, whether it's an LT15 or an LT70, you're always having to make adjustments during the cut. You're always having to use your eyes, your ears, your brain, and that's part of the fun of sawmilling. Either way, we will see y'all next week. Have a good one. Thanks for visiting our sawmill. Click on the links above to see more of our videos.